17.58 update. Bitcoin seems to sit firmly below $11,000 yet again. It has risen slightly to $10,909, but Bitcoin still sits just under $11,000. The new level felt by Bitcoin seems to have been short-lived. 0.15.34 update. Bitcoin back below $11,000 according to CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin is priced at $10,885. It seems to be back below $11,000 and has been in this area for at least an hour now. 0.15.13 update. Co-founder of Uber creates his own cryptocurrency. Garrett Camp, the co-founder of Uber, is launching his own cryptocurrency called Eco. The new cryptocurrency will not have an initial coin offering. Eco 1 trillion tokens will be issued, where 50% will be given away to the first 1 billion humans that sign up. Universities running trusted nodes will receive 20%, and 10% will go to advisors, 10% will go to strategic partners, and 10% will go to a newly formed Eco Foundation, which will be responsible for creating and maintaining the network. Afternoon headlines. Additional reporting by Darius McQuaid. Bitcoin is priced at $11,004. Bitcoin has broken into the $11,000 area, but seems to have a very loose grip on it. The cryptocurrency has been going above and below the $11,000 mark since the beginning of the day. Naeem Aslam, chief market analyst at ThinkSwim, does not think this is the start of Bitcoin's comeback. He said, a break of $15,000 would really send a signal that the cryptocurrency is back in business, but we are far off from that level. The biggest question among investors is if the cryptocurrency would make a comeback. Still, what remains the big Bitcoin news for the day is Mark Carney calling for regulation of the cryptocurrency to crack down on the illegal activities connected to it. These comments could alter Bitcoin's volatility. 8 a.m. morning headlines. Good morning, and welcome to our rolling coverage of all things cryptocurrency, including price, regulation, innovation and financial crime. After tipping the $11,000 mark earlier this week, Bitcoin is now looking to stay there and continue on the path onwards and upwards. At least that's what wallet holders hope. However, Siam Kidd, founder of TheRealisticTrader.com, isn't so sure. Mr. Kidd tweeted yesterday that BTC is likely to fall to $8,000 and the world stock markets are about to take a hammering, but if last month's $6,000 is the new bottom, then is the threat of the bubble bursting now over? Bill Miller, multimillionaire investor and founder of hedge fund Miller Value Partners, compared Bitcoin with other major inventions throughout history, telling Fox Business, "What I observed with Bitcoin is that it's following a very time-honored path of disruptive innovation, going all the way back to the printing press, railroad, electricity, radio in the 1920s, biotech, the internet." According to Cointelegraph, Miller says that the market actually needs this bubble to find out whether the idea of this new technology can be adopted. He said, bubbles are necessary to bring capital into the market to see if these innovations are actually going to stand. Updates below throughout the day. Get it. Bitcoin bull and bear. 1:15 p.m. Update. Mark Carney raises a very important point. Baroness Michelle Mon OBE, co-founder of Equi, has come out against Mark Carney's comments on Bitcoin. Lady Mon said, cryptocurrency has millions of people invested in it and it's not going away. Mark Carney says that the underlying technology has a place in the future of money. I believe that cryptocurrencies are the future. The first Bitcoin was mined only 9 years ago and now the governor of the Bank of English has a speech dedicated to it. Just imagine where we'll be in another 9 years. Mark Carney raises a very important point, that of regulation. The simple fact is we need it. Everybody who believes in cryptocurrencies agrees that we need regulation to move forwards. Nobody wants this to be the Wild West anymore. With regulation comes stability. What is clear that a huge amount of innovation is happening and this new technology is going to change the way we do things. It's not just about digital money. As Mark says, with smart contracts we can create new assets with new mechanisms for payment. With Equi we are doing just that and changing the way venture capital works. We're giving power back to the people. 11:49 a.m. Update. It's a trap. Siam Kidd, founder of TheRealisticTrader.com, has expanded on his warning that BTC could plummet to $8,000. He said, many reasons, but the two main reasons is that the stock market is plummeting at the moment and has further to fall, which will bring BTC down with it, although I believe eventually people will flock to cryptos when equities properly capitulate. At the moment, thanks to the futures market, equities and cryptos are in a short-term lockstep. Also, whenever you see a blatantly obvious chart pattern and the whole world of amateur traders is talking about the same setup, it's a trap. I don't trust this inverted head and shoulders one bit. So yeah, I said it should fall within a week. I have 6 days now to see if I'm right. But I'm already right on the equity tumble as the world indices are flying down. 11:39 a.m. Update. Carney says Bitcoin is for fools. A Bank of England Governor Mark Carney has launched a scathing attack on cryptocurrencies and demanded they be held to the same standards as the rest of the financial system. Mr. Carney said, the prices of many cryptocurrencies have exhibited the classic hallmarks of bubbles, including new paradigm justifications, broadening retail enthusiasm, and extrapolated price expectations reliant in part on finding the greater fool. At present, crypto assets raise a host of issues around consumer and investor protection, market integrity, money laundering, terrorism financing, tax evasion, and the circumvention of capital controls and international sanctions. Read me here. 10:56 a.m. Update. BTC falls from $11k. Bitcoin has dropped to $10,916. 10:45 a.m. Update. Diane Abbott slams Bitcoin in an explosive interview with the House magazine. The Labour frontbencher said, "We are looking at the Bitcoin issue. One of the problems with Bitcoin is the extent to which it is just a gigantic Ponzi scheme, and if everyone took their Bitcoin money and tried to buy a new car all at once, the whole thing would collapse. So, we are worried about the extent to which Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme, but we are certainly worried about how in the here and now it is being used to fund terrorist activity, and that is something we are looking at. More to follow. 9:06 a.m. Update. Aussie news agents to sell Bitcoin. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum will soon be sold in over 1,200 news agents across Australia. On the scheme, the owner of the News Express news agent in Oxenford, Queensland, Dominic Ziza, told the Australian Financial Review, the take-up has been fairly substantial to say the least. In some instances it's been a bit of a frenzy. People's aspirations are high and this has provided an opportunity for punters to have a go. But at a small scale, he said, the traditional news agent is a dinosaur. There's been a substantial decline in newspaper and magazine sales in the last 3 years, and the transition to bring in additional value-added services to keep the business alive is a positive.